Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Rewind Be Kind. I wanted to talk about sage. I did a video and to give you the benefits and tell you the benefits of sage using AI generated. But, of course I put my information in there, and still at the same time at the end they did the sage burning. And I said no matter how I tried to go in there and take that out, because I have my own personal opinion when it comes to burning sage, as they call smudging. I have my own personal opinion and research and experience with it, and have spoken to many people who have done smudging and have not had good experiences. I'm out here in this parking lot, and oof, I love the sun. Believe me, I have gotten me some sun in. I did. I got some tanning in. I'm a little red, but it'll be okay. It'll be all right. But like I said, I just recall the use of sage back then with my parents when I was growing up. We ate tons of sugar, tons of sweets. And the sugar was kind of different from back then. We ate now laters, we had fireballs, jawbreakers, every kind of candy that you can think of. We ate it all the time. And back then they believed that worms came from sugar. And so when we would eat a whole lot of sugar, and like I said, I was the oldest daughter out of children of seven. And so when one or two got worms, we all suffered, because my parents would mix up some water, some sage, and sugar in a cup, and we had to eat it. They give us we line up, they give us a spoon. Now, pay in mind, we both taking the sugar from the same spoon, okay? And so whoever did have worms, they have given all of us worms. And then so later on we realized, as we get older, that okay, so sugar, the worms, which are parasites, did not actually come from the sugar. Actually, the parasites that are inside of your gut love sugar. So that's how they mature, multiply, etc., and stay in your body, because they love sugar. And so I was kind of thinking, I was like, I remember when I was young, and all of us, they said we had worms because they could look at our eyes, or they can see how much we were eating, and wouldn't get full. We just wouldn't get full. And so I recall all of us being taken to the doctor. And I believe at that time my parents could not afford to get the capsule medications for all of us, and especially for how long we had to take the medication to rid us of these worms, these parasites, okay? And I recall, I was very young, but I recall the doctor telling my parents to just mix sage, sugar, and water together, and give them, give us a spoon every day for a week. So I believe that is where that came from. And when I think about it, it did work. Yeah, we were rid of our worms. We really were. And I think about it, I'm like, well, the sugar, the worms or parasites were attracted. I'm going to say worms because that's what we called it back then. They were attracted to the sugar, okay? And when they came to eat the sugar that was in our gut, the sage would cut them up. And that is what was happening and what was going on. So you listen to things from back then, and then as you get older, you do a little research on it, and then you say it still makes sense. Okay, that's why I call my channel Rewind. Rewind, be kind. It's still things back then that we used to do that did work. May not have the same scientific, chemical meaning to it, but we did get rid of our parasite, our worms, with sage, sugar, and water. Now, I did that video, And for some reason at the end, it just kept on showing sage burning. And no matter how I tried to go in there and give it the command to not put that there, it did. I said, well, maybe I need to talk about it because it's called smudging. And many people believe that burning sage clears the air of evil spirits or negative energy, they say. And this is my opinion and what I say. I say, to each their own, and there are some what would I say, ritual, traditional ways that are connected to different people who do believe that, and have the intent of saying that this is why this or that works. Okay, now I personally do not suggest anyone burning sage or smudging in order to rid evil spirits in their home, and that is just my opinion. I have done so much research of hearing individuals say, yeah, we saged our home and we did it and it was okay for a week, and then it just got 3 times worse after about a week or so. And that kind of makes sense. Are you saying that an herb is going to remove evil deities from your home? I'm just asking. And don't get me wrong, I respect everyone's religion and belief. I really do. But I personally, because that video came out about sage, have to give my opinion on it, which is I believe that the power of the blood of Yahusha is what makes every entity and demon of whatever bow and be removed from your home. That's what I believe. I feel that if you want to use sage as aromatherapy, you're taking a bath or whatever, because it has a lot of health benefits to it. It really does. But when you have the intent behind it for it to rid evil spirits, then you are going into an area that's, in my opinion, that is dangerous. I know many indigenous people, and as they say, good witches and good warlocks and this and that. They use that and it works. They have went in and cleansed their home and cleansed other people's homes, and it has worked. Well, let me say this. And this is only because I've done a lot of research and I'm very knowledgeable on this subject. And I would say this. Let's say you are a warlock or a witch, okay? And let's say you are a high-ranking warlock or witch, and someone calls you and say, I need you to get rid of these evil spirits in my house. Now, I take ranking just the same as you would have on this earth, like the military. It has the general, the captain, the lieutenants. You have all that, and the soldiers, and everyone has to obey the subordinates to the higher rank. Okay, so that's how I see, even in the spiritual realm and in the heavenly realm. Okay, that if someone goes in and if it worked for you, maybe they are a higher ranking sorcerer or witch or warlock or whatever, their belief is that they practice. Because I know a lot of indigenous people do use smudging. So I'd say, yeah, if you are higher ranked, you possibly can tell that thing, that entity or whatever, to go. And it has to obey. Now, have you ever thought about this? Now, what if that when they go in there, they are not higher ranked? than an entity that's in there. Is that making sense to you, what I'm saying? What if they are not higher ranked and they have to run out of there with their tail between their head between their tail? And yeah, I said it like that. And then after they done that, they just angered that entity or that spirit, and it's come back 3 times, 4 times worse because it's brought its friends along. See what I'm saying? So in my opinion, if to each his own, but I say don't dabble and don't play with that. Don't do it. Just don't do it. I mean, think about it. Why you got to keep on doing it? Why you got to keep on smudging your house, smudging yourself? Why you got to keep doing that when all you have to do? And like I say, to each his own as far as your beliefs in religion, but you plead the blood of Yahusha in your house. You read Psalms 91. Yeah, you pray over your oil and you bless your home with your oil. See, that's my belief. That's what I believe. And someone else may say, well, why would you even have to do that? Because that's what I believe. And when it comes to spiritual, your spiritual being, it is with intent and with that's your power. That's your energy. And my power comes from the Most High. And his son already defeated everything. So he is of the highest rank. That's how I see it. That is exactly how I see it. I mean, you see a lot of religions that they even go in to plead the blood, of their religions, of their deities, and it don't work. It does not work. So that's what I don't want to get off subject because that is going to be another video because that is part of your spiritual being. And I say to steer away from things that you have no understanding of it. It's very dangerous, and you can be opening doors that you are not able to shut, and no one else is able or wanting I would say wanting to shut or be involved in that, okay? So just be careful with all that burning sage and smudging. Yeah, it's good for aromatherapy. It's your intent behind it as far as what you're saying is for. But just be careful out there with stuff like that. Read Psalms 91. Go through your home and pray. And plead the blood of Yahushua on you and your family. In my opinion, that's all that's needed. I am just really sweating out here. Whew. Can you see I got some sun? I am really red. Okay, so until next time, rewind, be kind, subscribe. Thanks.